Hey guys, it's Deb. It's Mash It Up Monday, and here we are. I started just covering my pages a little, cut some things out that I want to put into my first few pages. Now, if you did your homework, your book should be prepared. You tore out pages, you glued some together. I left some in the front loose because I think I'm going to journal on these. I'm not really sure yet, but here I'm starting. I put down some blue wash. I took acrylic white blue and I added water. And then I put down some walnut stain to make it look a little vintage. And I put down some of that, remember I told you about the fluid acrylics? I put some of this down on top of it and it gave it iridized look. Okay, let me move my light over a little. So I started cutting things out, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about themes. Now, I get a lot of everybody gets their inspiration from somewhere, either nature or magazines or seeing other people's work, and we all get a little inspiration from all of that. But I also get a lot of inspiration and come up with ideas or feelings from music. And I'm fortunate enough on my job where I'm allowed to wear headphones. And I listen to music. And I've been listening to this music. It's classic rock for, a long time. And I never really heard the words until I put the earphones on. And now that I'm wearing these earphones, it's like, oh my God. I never realized he was saying that line in that song and I liked it. So I write it down. So put a pair of headphones on and listen to some of your favorite music, and you're really going to hear the words for the first time because they're right on top of your eardrums. And you'll hear sentences or certain phrases in a song and write that down, because that's going to inspire you to do something in your altered book that has to do with that feeling of whatever you wrote down from that song. Okay? So right now, every week I'm going to have to do a little, because obviously you're not going to be able to see me do everything, in 10 minutes. So what I'm doing now is I decided on this page I wanted a little pink. All right, I don't have pink, so I have red acrylic paint, and I'm just adding a little water and a little bit of that iridized fluid acrylic to it. And I don't really care about how my strokes are, what direction, because it's going to be, I'm building this up. There's going to be a lot of stuff on this page by the time I'm done. And like I said, if I run out of time, the next week you'll see my finished work. All right, so you work on your finished work, your finished pages, and we'll be done together. Okay, so that's that page. Now don't forget, you can always go back and add color. You can add white and then add more color to it. Make sure you put something in between your pages. I'm using this piece of heavy cardboard from the back of a book. So, paint it up and everything. If you don't like it, you can even tear the page out. That's what's nice about it. Okay? So I'm going to leave that because I can always add white later on. So this is pretty dry. So what I'm going to do now is I have these little pictures that I cut out, and I want to, let me make sure you guys can see me. Hold on a minute. There we go. And what I want to do is I'm going to make little windows for these pictures. So I put this behind it, and this is why it's called altering a book, because I'm going to make slits behind these. Put your photo down and just cut around it. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right, so this is going to be a little door that's going to open up. And when you open it up, I'm actually going to leave the writing there. I'll probably just maybe put some walnut stain or vintage photo, rather, on this. Okay? And then I'm going to put my picture behind here. Now, what you can do, okay, so I'm like a little short. What I'll probably do is I'm not going to glue this page to the other page to cover this up. What I'm going to do is probably attach this to lace. And I'm going to glue the lace down with these photos going that way. All right? So that's going to be that one. That's going to be in there. And if you want, you can actually take a piece of paper and just attach this to a piece of paper and then glue it down around here if you want. Glue it around here. But I'll probably leave this, like I said, and just put a dark piece of lace on there and just have the lace on the other side. All right, so now I have that one. And my theme, by the way, is sisters. So everything I have is two girls that are sitting together. So these little girls are waiting for their ice cream to be served. These two little girls, it says hug often. These are two little girls together holding hands. And then I have some other little girls. Well, these are two grown women playing around the water. And they're all vintage. Like I said in the last video, that's probably going to be what I do through the whole book. But who knows, you know? That's what's nice about art. You can change it as you go. So I have that one going this way. So now I think I'm going to have this over here going the other way. So you'll open it up this way. And I'm just making this up. I did give my theme a thought when I was going through my stash. So go through your stash and see, this isn't dry enough. Make sure your pages are dry before you start cutting them, because you don't want your door to get ripped. See, it started ripping a little here because it's wet. That's all right. There's always a way around it. Put a little bling or something there. But there's my other door. Okay? Put a sticker. I could put a stamp there to cover it up. So there's a door there. And here's a door of my other little girls. Where are they? They say hugs. This says savor the good times. And this says hug often. So I thought that would be cute. And what I might do is put a little piece of cardboard behind here so it's firm, and put a button for handles. See how like my mind is just starting to go. I didn't think of this. It's just as you work, you're going to find that you're going to come up with these ideas. You're going to be like, oh, I can do this and I can do that. So now that I cut these doors out, I think that's what I'm going to do. And if I get cut off, then I'll meet you next Monday here, all right? Because I'm not really looking at the clock. I got 1 minute and 46 seconds left. So that's what's going to happen. You're going to start thinking of other ideas. So I'm going to put a piece of cardboard behind here, and feel free to do exactly, if you don't want to think and you just want to be creative and do art, then copy whatever I do. So I'm going to put a piece of cardboard back here, and I'm going to close it, and I'm going to put little buttons. And the little buttons will be like little doorknobs that you can open up. Okay? This is all going to be done by next week, so I want you guys to do your homework. And I'm going to put one other picture down here, a little one. And this says sisters. And there's two sisters holding hands. Now, if you're wondering where I got all these little things from, go online, and it's called Lisa's Altered Art. She has beautiful pages. Now that Roseanne, I know I got a lot from Roseanne too, but I know she's packing up. But feel free to, email Roseanne or go to Lisa's Altered Art. And she has a lot of vintage things that you can buy on her site. All right, so now this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the door going upward. So now I'm going to come down. I'm going to come across here, down this side. And we got 19 seconds. So do your homework and make sure that your page is dry before you start cutting. Okay, guys? And then this page is going to go up.